This is day 4 of VLOGTOBER. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing some things that are very deeply close to me, okay? I'm sharing my magazine collection. If you don't know me by now, hello, hi, my name is Sunny. I am a writer, poet, and creative entrepreneur. And I have always been obsessed with magazines. Let me sit down before we get into it, okay? Much better. Love the way my makeup came out today, okay? But we are, I'm sharing my magazine collection. Guys, I've always loved to read magazines, the spreads, the articles in them talking about the artists and celebrities and people who are on the magazine covers, the creative design and creative direction behind the magazine covers. I just have always loved magazines. I don't know if it's because growing up in the early 2000s, every time you would go somewhere, there would literally be a Jet magazine, a Ebony magazine, GQ, Vogue, you know, all the things, okay? I'm so excited. Guys, I'm so excited because my magazine collection has grown so much, like literally so much over the past few years. I really just wanted to make a video and basically show you guys my magazine collection because I love it so much, to be honest. It's something that I have built brick by brick, okay? Oops. Over these last few years, and I don't really know what I want to do with these magazines. I don't know, maybe, okay, from over here. Sorry. I don't really like the angle because you literally can see my empty apartment in the back, but that's a story for another day. Anyway, so yeah, I have built this magazine collection over the past several years. I've always loved looking at magazines, the creative direction, just everything about a good magazine is very entertaining. And like I said, growing up in the early 2000s, we would literally always have the magazines. So I guess it's just in me, I don't know. But today, I've been trying to figure out what I really want to do with these magazines. If I want to spread them out across my apartment for entertainment, if I have people over, I don't plan to, but just in case. Do I want to keep the collection growing? Do I want to make an art piece out of it? Do I want to make a vision board out of it? Like, what do I want to do with these magazines? And that's what I've been trying to figure out. So if you guys have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments. Like, I am open for suggestions. I'm trying to figure it out. So hopefully y'all could help me too, okay? The way that I have been hoarding these magazines, I feel like they have to go. I feel like I have to do something with them. I feel like I have to create. I don't know. I feel like they need to be put to use. So I'm going to show you guys my magazine collection and we're gonna chat a little bit about, you know, editorial stuff because I'm a writer. Of course, these are the things that I'm into. So I'm gonna grab some magazines. We're gonna get to discussing everything, and then I'm going to tell you guys what I have in mind for the magazines. So I'm very, very excited because I don't know if people still have magazine collections or if they have collections. What are you guys collecting? If anyone can tell me something that they're collecting, please let me know because I have a few collections that include magazines, vinyl records, house slippers, and I really like stickers and I like pins as well, like that I can put on a jacket or something like that. So yeah, like I would love to hear what everyone else collects because it's getting out of hand, okay? It's just getting out of hand. But without further ado. Right, so this is the first side of my magazine collection. You see, I'm a huge GQ fan, love GQ. They got Megan Thee Stallion, Steph Curry, Travis Scott, freaking Bad Bunny. Like, come on, okay? Come on. ASAP Rocky. Vanity Fair is also a good magazine to be subscribed to. Issa Rae, I forgot what that guy's name is. We got Regina King over here. We got, who this girl? Dua Lipa. Who else we got? Man of the Year. Okay, GQ, Vanity Fair down here. We got The Life of Princess Diana. If I had to pick out, like, oh, and then, you know, we got Sweetie on Cosmo. If I had to pick out, like, my favorite magazines, they would definitely be Megan Thee Stallion on GQ, Issa Rae, Steph Curry, Simone Biles. Ooh. And then Will Smith was on this issue of GQ. I really liked his spread as well. We got, oh, you know what? I actually really did like the Travis Scott's GQ. ASAP, Sweetie My Girl. I actually really liked that magazine as well. And then Robert Pattinson. Those are like my favorites. I'm gonna pull this one to the side as well just because. But yeah, as you guys can see, my magazine collection is a little extensive. Some of these people, I don't know who they are, I'm not gonna lie, but I love magazines. I love magazines so much. All right, so we're back and I have all of my favorite magazines from the collection. Very excited. Let's start off in whatever order I picked them up in because yeah. First, I have the Life magazine of Princess Diana. You know, I really appreciate these spreads of Life magazine because they tend to go over the life of an entire person. And I haven't read through the whole thing. I actually briefly looked through the pictures, but I love Princess Diana. She was actually for the people. We all know she loved Michael Jackson. Like, she just seemed like a vibe. I actually got this magazine after the 25-year anniversary. So I feel like I had to pick it up because this is something that is, it feels like a moment in time. And that's why I think I love magazines so much, is because it feels like I'm looking back in time, you know? I don't know. Next, we got Megan Thee Stallion on GQ. This was such a boss move for Meg to be on GQ. And when was this? I feel like it was about around the time of that whole Tory Lanez situation. So the fact that she's on the Man of the Year issue, I was like, okay, Meg, let me find out. Even though, you know, sometimes I do feel her spread so cute. She had some fire pictures in here. And they had a, oh, I didn't know they had a Trevor Noah spread in here too. I gotta look through these magazines before I rip them apart. I remember really loving this issue and her being on the issue because of the whole situation that she was going through at the time. Next, we have Travis Scott on GQ. And honestly, they made him look, I don't want to say they made him look so good because Travis Scott is not ugly, but he's not like the ideal, you know, heartthrob that I would imagine on GQ for some reason. But I love how they represented him well in his spread because it was very, like, I don't want to say dark, but very like alternative. I feel like Travis Scott has a very alternative vibe about him. And I just love how they executed it. I had to show the Robert Pattinson one because this, look at this. Oh. Got stuff falling out the magazine. So cute, and it gives like Halloween vibes. Y'all know he was a heartthrob since Twilight, okay? Look at this Gucci spread on the inside with Snoop Dogg in it. Personally, I like looking at all the designer creative directions in their photo shoots, because it's just interesting how they use their budget to be innovative, and that's what I like. But Fendi, Tom Ford, just all of the high-end brands have spreads in GQ and high-end magazines. A Guide to Mindfulness. I picked this book up at a I picked this magazine up at a Barnes and Noble, and it's funny because this guy, you know what? This was my early 20s, so I'm gonna give myself a rest, but this guy had asked me on a date to Barnes and Noble, and me being me, I'm like, you know what, of course I'm gonna say yeah, like, come on, let's go. And I didn't find a book that I like. I also did not like him like that, but that's neither here nor there. And this was the magazine that I made him buy me. Y'all know that I'm a mindfulness girl, heavy on the you need to be grounded within, you need to be in tune with who you are, you need to be very mindful, very demure, you need to just, this is good. And I feel like this magazine, when I read it, it gave so many different scenarios on how you can be more mindful, the practices that you can do, the places you can go, just everything. I felt like it was very informative, and I was happy that I got it at the end of the day. So I don't know if I'm gonna cut this one up, but we'll see. Next, we got Saweetie, our girl on, let me cover my address. We got Saweetie on the cover of Cosmo magazine. She was on here because it says the Snack Awards. Now we know, bruh, Saweetie and her snacking, she had a McDonald's burger and put like some hot Cheetos on it. Like, she was doing too much, but I love her style. I love how she's very like high class, but around the way at the same time. She reminds me of like a lot of West Coast girls, to be honest, because they be high maintenance, but at the same time, they have that duality of like low key being ghetto. So yeah, I really liked her spread as well. I do want to open this, but I think I started cutting. Yeah, I think I started cutting this magazine already, so I can't find her spread, but this is my girl. Next, we got Will Smith on the cover of GQ. Now, he was on this around the time of that whole Jada situation on Red Table Talk, when they had their little vibe and talking about August Alsina and how they handle their relationship and, you know, just all of the things. So I thought that it was interesting that they decided to put him on the cover of GQ talking about Will Smith speaks his truth. But he really didn't even say anything about that in the article. I don't know, maybe I have to go back and read it and see. But I've always loved Will Smith before he started his problematic era. Okay, we got 3 magazines left. First, let's go, gotta cover the address. Simone Biles. I love that she was on the cover of Vogue. She's been one of the best, most decorated gymnasts of all time for like the last several years. So it's not surprising that she's on the cover of Vogue. Since we're on the topic of Simone Biles, I'm still mad about her husband like going on that podcast and disrespecting her. Like, why in God's name are you as a man on a podcast talking about you the catch? I don't know. I'm easily like cringed out. Like, it's so easy to make me cringe. So yeah, next we got our unproblematic king. Let me tell y'all, aside, like, I love Steph Curry. He's on this issue of GQ. What month was this? February 2022. I guess I should have said the names or said the months of when these came out. But February 22. Steph Curry is he's such a king, like unproblematic. He gets the bag. He's a family man. He ain't ever in the media for being shady to his wife. Like, he's just an overall vibe. I love Steph Curry. And you know, I'm from California, so the Golden State. I never really been a Laker girl, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, even though, you know, the Lakers, when Kobe was on the Lakers, when Kobe was on the Lakers, it was definitely an era, but for some reason, I've always been more of a fan of Golden State for some reason. I don't know, sue me. But yes, I loved this spread of GQ with Steph Curry on it. I would love a man like Steph Curry, I'm not gonna lie. And last but not least, I saved the best for last. No, I'm just playing, it wasn't intentional. I saved the best for last because this is my girl, like one of my biggest inspirations. Issa Rae, as a California native, she really did what she had to do. And I love that she came up on YouTube. Like, she started on YouTube and now she is a mogul. She is a innovator. She like, I don't know, I feel like she has created a whole new light for Black people and showing how you can be professional but also yourself at the same time. I feel like she's going to be better than Tyler Perry. Like, she's already, you know, creating multiple coffee shops, TV shows, more opportunities for Black people. Like, loved this because they talked a lot about what her level up journey was like, how it was coming up in SoCal from LA, how did she make it from YouTube to HBO, like what that process was like. I don't know, I just really love this article. I might be biased because I love Issa Rae. So yeah, those are my magazines. Should I do let me see if I can do a money spread with my magazines. I really just wanted to show you guys my magazine collection because I'm thinking about doing an art piece with I don't want to say everything cut out, but I'm thinking about just making use of these magazines instead of just having them collect dust and reading them once every other year. Let me know which one was your favorite cover. Let me know who your biggest inspiration is. I would love to know that. And I would just love for people to recommend ideas. I would love for my subscribers to recommend some ideas so I know what to do with all of these magazines. Please let me know in the comments. Also, if you made it this far in the video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, be my friend. This is day 4 of VLOGTOBER. So I really just wanted to show you guys my magazine collection before I get to doing art with them, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day, and I can't wait to show you guys what else I have in store. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow.